How are you, my lovely dear students? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to know about fractions. Let's see what fraction means. But first of all, I need each one of you to think about one whole object. For example, I chose this yummy bar of chocolate. But unfortunately, I have only one bar. So I decided to cut it into many parts. Equally. I decided to cut it into many parts equally. So each part of these equal parts will represent a fraction, will be a fraction. So fraction means an equal parts of a whole object. Okay? A half fraction. What is the half fraction? If I divide the one whole object into two equal parts, each part of these parts we will call it a half. So two parts of this half will make one whole. Okay, if I want to write a fraction, the whole parts or the all parts is called a denominator, okay? And the number of parts is called a numerator. So if I want to write it, I will write the numerator above the line and the denominator, which is the whole parts I cut or I divided, under the line, okay? So if I have a one whole pizza and I want to divide it into two equal parts, this will mean that this part will be a half. How to write a half? This part is 1. So the numerator will be 1 above the line. Right. Okay. How many parts did I cut? Yes, 2 parts. So the denominator is 2 and I write it under the line. Again, this part is 1. Numerator is 1. Those 2 parts are 2. All of them are 2. So the denominator is 2. So those 2 parts, if I add them together, I will make a one whole pizza. So 2 halves equal one whole pizza. Right. Another examples of a half. This sandwich is 2 halves. This cake is 1 half. This burger is 1 half. Okay, if I cut the one whole part into 4 equal parts, each part will become a quarter. A quarter. How to write a quarter? 1 part above the line and all of them are 4 parts. So I will write 4 under the line. Okay, how many quarters I have in one whole? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts equal one whole. I have in this square 4 colored squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. All those 4 squares, if I add them together, it will be this part. So 4 quarters will make 1. Another example for a quarter. Here I have one shaded or colored part of 4 parts. So it's a quarter. Right? I have another name for a quarter. Let's see. One shaded part is quarter and 1/4. 1/4. I have 1/4. So it become 1/4. Right, I have one colored part plus 3 unshaded part. It will become 1 whole. Type. If I had two colored parts and another two uncolored parts, so there are 2/4. 2/4. Yes, super. 3 colored parts will become 3/4. 3/4. 3 colored part over 4 colored, it will become 3/4. If I have 4 colored parts, it will be 4/4. I colored all the square, so it will become 1 whole. So if I colored the 4/4 or the 4 parts of a square, it will become 1 whole. Let's solve some question together. What fraction of the square is blue? First of all, to solve this question, I have to count all the parts. How many parts I have in this 1 whole? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 parts. How many parts are colored in blue? Just 1. So the answer will be 1/4. 1/4 or quarter. And we write the fraction 1/4. Supers. Okay, what fraction of the red rectangle? First of all, I have to count all the parts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. 4 parts. How many parts are colored in red? 2 parts. So the fraction will be 2/4. 2/4. What fraction of this circle is red? Again, I have to count all the fractions, all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this circle is 4 parts. How many fractions are red? 1, 2, 3. 3 parts of 4. 3 of 4. So it will be 3/4. 3/4. Let's see another examples. What fraction of this triangle is colored in orange? Yes, half. 1/2 is a half. Okay, what fraction of this triangle are colored in orange? All of the triangle is orange, so it's 1 whole. 1 whole, right? Okay, usually remember that fraction is an equal parts of 1 whole, and we can split or divide shapes, objects, or numbers into fractions. Thank you for watching. I hope